Yeah.
And I asked him if he did
You know,
he
did?
Yeah, he did.
You should have told me that before.
He should have warned you to know. Everybody he said, I remember when Ray Allen went through kind of funk one time in his career. So have you seen shooters go in and out of these things?
Yeah. As long as he keeps taking good shots, he'll be fine. Brian's a good shooter. I think if you're going to go through something like this is the time of the year to do it because we're not in class. He can get in the gym, get extra shots up, and he'll work his way out of it. I think you saw signs in the second half that he's breaking out of it.
What do you guys have to do that you haven't been able to pull off when you get to conference play here as a team?
Just keep improving. I think defensively we are making real positive strides, and we've lost some tough games where we haven't shot the ball well. You look at the games that we've lost, maybe outside of the Northwestern game, it's come down to just making a shot or two here and there. And one of the things we've been really focusing on is trying to score in the paint a little bit better. Not only with the big guys, but some of our other guys attacking the basket, being a little less reliant on the three. We shot the three very well against Charlotte the other night. But if there's been one thing other than the Northwestern game and all the losses, it's just been, offensively, we just haven't, we haven't shot the ball. We haven't made shots at the rate that we're capable of.
You look at some of those percentages and go, are these really my guys?
Yeah. Yeah, some of them are stunning, but it's also part of the game. I think I said to somebody after the last game, it's a different world when you go from being the fifth and sixth guy in the scout report to one of the top three guys. It's a totally different world, and it's something that you can talk about and explain. If I'd say one area where I've fallen down is not getting these guys to understand the difference, starting with the summer. There were a lot of conversations in summer with, especially the main three guys, that, hey, it's a different deal now when you're the guy that they're game planning against. It takes a different level of conditioning. It takes a different level of concentration. It takes a different level of preparation in terms of what the defense is going to try to do. It's almost like a quarterback. Everybody's game plan. You always hear stories about how quarterbacks spend extra time in the film room and watching tape and understand, so when they see a coverage, they know what to do. That's kind of what some of these guys are going through. And again, if there's an area maybe I could have done a better job or should have done a better job, it's that getting them ready mentally for, hey, they're trying to stop you. Okay, they're going to throw multiple looks at you.
Do you think bringing Brian off the bench a couple games maybe just gives him a different feel?
Yeah, but also trying to reward Cam Brown. He was playing well in practice, and the game against Mercer, he came in and played very well. The tricky thing with him is every so often when he goes a number of days in a row, his knee will get a little sore. And I think what we saw against Charlotte, he just didn't have the bounce in his legs. So we had a day off on Monday. We had an individual instruction yesterday. So we'll go somewhat light with Cam and see if he has that bounce that he had against Charlotte and a couple of games this year.
Think you'll keep that lineup?
Yes.
Okay.
These lineups stay for a while, or is this just kind of for this week?
We'll see how guys perform. We're trying to do it based on merit. Glenn went from not being on the start lineup, he's worked his way back in. He's playing very, very well. But I told them all, I said, listen, it's going to be based on merit. We got to start closing some of these games out better. And if guys aren't, performing at a level that we need to perform at, then we'll make changes and see what happens. And I think they all understand that. I don't think anybody's ego gets wrapped up in this at this point. I think we realize we've lost some very close games that you can't say we should have won, we didn't win them, but we certainly had chances to. And we've got to find ways to avoid those situations for the rest of the year.
I know you can't do anything about the schedule, but starting out on the road with the first two games is not.
Fine. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. I think our guys are, again, the key for us is to continue to play the defense we've been playing. We'll give ourselves a chance wherever we play.
Brian kind of alluded to the fact that people didn't kind of give him you guys a lot of credit going into the conference season. Did you kind of sense a chip on their shoulder, a little kind of something to prove?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think that's been the thing the whole year. But again, we still got to prove it. We've been close, but what they say, constant horseshoes and hand grenades. That's when time close counts.
Any scouting report on Boston College thing you've seen on?
They're shooting the ball really well. Reggie Jackson, Joe Trapani, those guys are really shooting really well. They've got a kid, Corey Raji, who's coming off the bench and adding some spark to him. And interesting player, Rico Paris, who only made 10 threes last year. He's made over 30 threes already this season. So they're shooting it really well. It's going to be a good test for our defense, and especially our three-point field goal defense, which has been improved over the last few games.